Hey there folks, so I am back with a 1 year update on my Oreck XL21. So this machine I got reconditioned from a seller on eBay. Somebody else on here also got one, and we've talked about the differences between our two models, but mine has its original brush roll, one of the earlier model brush rolls on it. I considered going back and buying another, but between each other, I guess we found that ours have some differences. Um, so I didn't go back and buy one because I wanted one just like the one that I had, and I didn't want a black model because I don't like the tan colored bag. It looks dirty. So, I really like this machine a lot. It was it came in an Oreck box, and it was reconditioned through Oreck, and I don't really know how long the person owned it. I would imagine not very long if it was a reconditioned model, because Oreck doesn't take vacuums in that are so old and so beat up. It has to be worth reconditioning. So more than likely this machine was new and it just had an issue, and then it was sent back and then fixed and then sent back again to be resold. That's how it works with Oryx and most companies. They won't recondition something that's, more than probably a couple months old just because it has to pass certain tests or appearance and cosmetically it's not going to be worth replacing the whole damn thing. So I really like this vacuum. It's one of my favorite machines that I own. It is very powerful. It has great airflow, good agitation, and it picks up very nicely. I would say that out of all the Oryx that I've ever used, this is probably my most favorite. It's very simple. I like my Conquer a lot. It's a little louder than this is, and that's not a big deal, but it's nice to use this for, extended periods of time. And I like kind of the basic functionality. This is more of like the classically designed Oreck that's just been maximized in certain areas, like the cleaner head is much better. This was the first of its kind to offer the brush roll. I don't know if the XL7 came out before the XL21. It would make sense numbers wise, but I'm not too sure. The XL7 was like a burgundy color, and it had like a cream colored bag on it, and it had a very similar power head to this. But the thing about this power head is it's chunky, it's larger, and it's got better sound deadening in it. I think that's the reason why it's so quiet. But personally, the new Oryx, they don't have the easy belt changes like this on them, especially because a lot of them have the Enduro Life belt on them now. They don't have this motor filter here. I mean, or this is like probably just for like brush carbons and stuff like that. But you also have this scent tab in the back of it. It came with it. It's like a vanilla smell. I'm not going to try and pop it off because it's practically impossible to do one-handed. You've got your rear pouch here. The bag has no stains on it, nothing like that. This has the same paper bag in it from when I bought the vacuum. This vacuum is in impeccable shape because I only use it every once in a while. But the bag is only like maybe this full in it. It's probably, if I didn't change it, it'd probably last for a couple more years because I just don't use this vacuum regularly. It is a dual speed model, and it also has the side light over here. You can see. So it is nice and quiet. I don't really know what IntelliShield is. I think that's just a filtration thing inside this cloth bag. And then the HEPA C-Lock hypoallergenic. So I know Oreck has done several different bag filtration names. Now they had the SaniSeal, which I believe may be the docking system, but those are the terminologies they come up with, is HEPA C-Lock and the SaniSeal, and now they have the the more premium filtration that has like the blue, the purple, and the green bags. My Oreck Conquer actually has a purple bag in it. But like I said, I really like this Oreck. It's probably my most favorite that I've ever owned, ever used. And for someone who doesn't like Orecks, I really recommend you pick one up and try at least an Oreck XL21 because they are phenomenal vacuums. They just do an excellent job. They're great cleaners, and I don't think that you'd be disappointed with it. Just make sure that it's actually worth owning and it doesn't need like a tune-up or cleaned or fixed or anything like that, because that may not be worth it for you. But I'm going to give you guys just a quick tour of it, or use, I guess, a use video. And this is a 3.5 amp motor inside this. I believe Oreck did 4 amp motors on certain machines a long time ago, and they did 2.5 amp motors, I think. But the 3.5 amp motors seem to not be as whiny, and I never buy any of the cheap entry-level Orecks if I do own one, because I had one of those XL Pro Pluses a long time ago, and I didn't like the shrill that it had. I didn't think it cleaned worth a lick, and I didn't care for the edge groomers because they were pretty much non-existent. That vacuum was in impeccable shape, but the brush rolls are different, the belts may be different, I'm not too sure, but they just don't clean as well. The cheap entry-level Orecks, the classic styles, the XL Pro Pluses, they put a lot of different names. The Oreck Element, the Graphite, a lot of those, XL Silver, XL Gold didn't clean very well either. So here we go. Alright, so that is my Oreck XL21 in action. It cleans, it grooms very nicely. No pet hair gets stuck in the brush roll on this machine. And again, it's very pleasant to use. It's easy on the ears. It's got a nice robust handle on it. I've been told that I seem to be an Oreck advocate or like a huge Oreck fan. I'm really not. I do have my Halo. I do have my XL21 and my Conquer. And that's it. Those are my only 3. I did have an Oreck Touch and I did have an Oreck Edge. I sold both of those within a couple days of each other, and I just never bothered to pick one up anymore. I have my Halo that I haven't used in months. And I keep telling myself I need to get rid of some vacuums, and I just never do. But I actually ordered 2 new vacuums. They were unbeatable. I couldn't pass up the deal, so I got those. I will be having videos of them shortly because I want to do an unboxing on them. But if you have any questions or comments, anything that you wish I had gone over, let me know and I'll see what I can do or try and answer them through the comments for you. Other than that, thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.